again.
Well, we've just had 1,000,001 pauses, haven't we, since?
What?
Because someone left the mic over there, so I needed to do it again.
Well, aren't you the director, producer, and all round?
Oh, yeah, but you hold the mic.
Did you put it in my hand?
Shut up.
Right. So your eyebrow out. Don't make it worse.
Alright. Welcome back to another episode of Vlad and Dad Show, and it's been a very interesting week.
Why do you
with
look
football.
so tiny on this? Are you that much smaller than me?
No, it's because you're small. You're in front. Welcome back to another episode of Vlad and Dad Show, and this week has been a really interesting week in terms of football, hasn't it? And it started with a massive bombshell news that Mo Salah will leave Liverpool at the end of the season, and what a career he has had at Liverpool.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. As a Man United fan, he's been a pain in the arse at times. But got to give him credit, and I can give him credit now. He's going.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah,
What a player he's
been.
I
mean, it's like, apart from this season, he scored over 25 goals in all the seasons to be there, which is like over 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, over the length of time, amount of seasons that he's done it, to do that consistently, just be scoring over 25 goals, is unreal. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And as he got older, you see the shape that he's in.
Yeah.
He's a consummate professional. He's he chips in with plenty of assists.
He does, his assist numbers are really good as well.
He's got great numbers in terms of goals scored and goal involvements as well. When you think as well how it didn't work out for him at Chelsea.
Yeah, with Mourinho.
Mourinho, it just goes to show that you can have a bad time at a club. Somebody don't fancy you there. You switch environments. He's gone from London, he's gone up north to Liverpool, and it's all clicked. And with the players that he's had around him,
definitely.
Klopp has
because there's a period of time where it was Salah, Mane, and Firmino. That front three. Sorry, that was like scary to come up against.
Yeah, it was very, very scary. So over a long period of time, he's been brilliant, and I would say that he's everybody's got an idea of would he get in your Premiership 11?
Yeah.
Whether or not that's the case, he's definitely one of the best.
He's definitely in the conversation. Isn't he?
and he's been, when you're talking about those kind of numbers and that consistency.
The consistency, yeah.
And when you're talking about players that you expect to score, that every time they get hold of the ball they can make something happen, then outside of your Ronaldo and your Messi's, he's got to be in that next pack for consistency.
I'd say so as well, because like you said, it's the consistency over a long period of time where you see he's keeping in shape, is making sure he's fit all the time. So where do you think he goes now? Do you think he goes to Saudi?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you look at his age, obviously wages. I don't know what the deal is. Is he leaving on a free? I think he's been.
I think so. Yeah.
So.
Well, Saudi came in last year. Well, last transfer window, didn't they?
Yeah. I think at this stage of his career and his life, it'll probably suit him, and it's probably something that his family want is to go back over to the Middle East. So, with the way that things are building up over there, I think that suits everyone all around really. And then also for Liverpool, he's not going to another rival. So it doesn't taint his relationship with the fans really.
Yeah, because the fans love him there, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's international break, which is a bit of a boring time in football.
Yeah, so boring. There's no, although, literally, I've just watched the Brazil versus France game.
Oh yeah.
That was out in America.
Yeah.
What a game that was.
Was it?
I mean, granted, it was the highlights, about 20 minutes of highlights that I watched, and it was a good game, exciting game, plenty of chances. Mbappe's finish, quality. And France ended up winning that 2-1. But yeah, international break as a rule, it is a boring time.
Yeah.
And then England against Uruguay.
Oh.
It didn't really lift the spirits up too much. Do you know what I mean?
And also, talking about England, Kwanzaa had to pull out, and then Thomas Tuchel decided to replace him with Ben White over Trent.
Controversial, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not on board with that one.
Right, okay.
Because I personally think, greatest respect to Ben White, he pulled out of a squad in 2022 for whatever in the World Cup, whatever reason that was. But also, Trent is a better player. Yes, you can say he's not great defensively, but he's getting better. But if you need a goal, if you want to go and score, you bring Trent on, because he can just turn a game on the head like that.
Yeah, Trent's somebody that I think is just he's always going to divide opinion.
Yeah.
Creative, and when you listen, you go into a World Cup, you're going to try to win a World Cup. That's what you have to do. You have to go and try and win a World Cup. In order to win a World Cup, you've got to score goals.
100%.
Now, you don't want to be just relying on the odd person that we've got in the team to score goals. And if we're stuck, and if we can't break somebody down, you need people that can just create that little bit of magic, ping a ball in, or even take on a shot themselves, or get a dead ball situation.
Yeah.
And I think Trent Alexander Arnold is one of the best in that sort of situation.
And like the fact he's not in this squad sort of shows he's not in Thomas Tuchel's plans.
Yeah, and I would take him to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because you've got your group of defenders, and yes, we've got defenders that if you're a defender, your job is to defend.
Yeah.
I get that. But we've got other defenders that can play in that position and defend.
But also, it's like, even if he goes and he doesn't come back, we will still be able to have players who can cover him, because say we play with two pivots, it's a very defensively minded team.
But isn't he on about doing that?
Yeah.
Playing somebody defensive minded alongside Declan Rice.
Declan Rice,
so then literally, if we've got 4 across the back, you've got the 2 holding midfielders.
Yeah, so it's 6.
And that's 6 defensive players.
And it's like, you're not... This is why if we play like that, I do not think England will have a chance of winning the World Cup. Because it's just purely too defensive.
Yeah.
And the calibre of players we've got a lot of attacking players who can create magic. And
you've got to play in a system that's going to allow them to be able to display the skills and play at the best. On the subject of Trent, I would definitely take him. Even if I weren't going to start him, I would take him. You're struggling in the first half. There's no goals coming, anything like that. You think there's no threat. Look how many times, I know Kane's smashing it out in Munich, but look how many times when England are playing with Kane up top, there's no real creativity. Nothing's happening.
So passive.
You might need a Trent to come out at half time and switch things up and get as a goal, get as an opportunity.
And you know what as well, right? Talking about Tuchel like picking players. On Friday, he started Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, I like Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
But at this stage of his career,
I don't agree with that, because you've got a lot of midfielders in there who are fighting to get on the plane.
A lot of good midfielders that are, quality.
Because Mainu was back in the squad, and he could have played him.
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, Mainu's been playing well for United, but you've got Adam Wharton.
Yeah.
You've got obviously when Jude comes back, you've got Jude, you've got Wharton, you've got Cole Palmer, you've got Foden. You've got a lot of players.
Yeah.
For a couple of positions really.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be playing Declan Rice alongside somebody else, then if it's Henderson at this stage of his career, I don't know. I would rather have a Wharton and a Mainu.
Yeah, because as well.
What's is it Anderson?
Yeah, Elliot Anderson. Yeah,
100%. There's players like that I would rather have in that sort of position. It's a tricky one because you've got that many good players to put in, but when you've got a player that's not been at that top level for quite a while, because he went to Saudi, and then from Saudi he's gone to the Dutch league,
and then now he's at Brentford.
I mean,
I don't agree with it. What do you think about that? Because I think if you take him, because there's been a lot of talk where he might take him, but on the coaching side of role things. So
right,
so that's not a problem. But I think
he's got great experience. He's a great leader. So I understand that, but with these friendlies that are here now, it's like what John Henderson's going to do. So why don't you play somebody else in that position to have a look to see can they play in this system? Do they look like a right fit to go into the World Cup? Because we know what Kane's doing, we know what Henderson's doing, we know what like you Pickford, so Trafford gets an opportunity and goal. If you know him what certain players are going to do, and you've got doubts about other players, then you play those players.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting one, and it's a tricky one. It's not an easy job for him. But going back to Trent, I would definitely take Trent on the plane, but I don't think he's going to go.
No, I don't. Do you think he will win the World Cup?
I'm an eternal optimist normally, but I don't think Tuchel knows his best 11.
I don't.
And I think if you're going to win the World Cup,
your
gaffer's got to know who his best 11 is, and kind of like, right, that's my team, they're my boys, and we'll fit everybody else around it, and he's covered for him. But I just don't think he knows how to fix what's in front of him, and I don't think he knows how to play with the players that he's got.
So it's just over 2 months, and it's quite worrying as an England fan if he doesn't know his best 11.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably said that he does know his best 11, and but I don't know. I just feel as though there's so many. Do you know what a big thing as well that I think is making his job a lot harder? Yeah, is that if you go back a year, 18 months ago, everybody was on fire. Yeah. Everybody. We had Cole Palmer to everybody. Everybody was on fire, and it was like, we've got a right chance at this World Cup. Yeah. And then everyone just seems to. Those players have had a dip. Yeah. And all of a sudden, nobody looks as though they're on fire anymore. Yeah. They look tired. They look worn out. Just lack of form. I think this is a big few weeks, and a lot of players have got. We need them to find that form, but they've got a tough run in. Yeah. At the end of the league. Yeah. Like end of the league season, a tough run in, and we need them to somehow to be able to recreate that magic, get back to the top of the form. Yeah. If they do, then we've got the players that can win the World Cup. Yeah. 100%.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Just finally to finish, some breaking news today. Igor Tudor has left Spurs after only being there for 44 days.
Bringing up Spurs again, aren't you?
I always have to every week. Every week I have to.
You're a hater of Spurs, aren't you?
Not quite a hater. No,
but why?
No,
I genuinely don't know where this comes from.
No, I like them, but would it be good to see them go down?
Is it the thing that you're excited about because you've never seen a bigger club like this to be in sort of jeopardy?
I do think so. Yeah, I think so. Right. Who do you think they're going to get in now?
I have no idea. I think it's just
who would want to go there.
Yeah, Spurs are a mess. I think. I mean, it's. I think Tudor's one of his. Was it his dad that died or something like that? So it's that's gutting for him, and it's it's understandable why he's not coming back. But I think it suits everybody all round. Yeah. To be honest, I mean, making the best out of a bad situation. Yeah.
The players weren't on board with his ideas at all.
So they need somebody. Obviously, it's what is it? 7 games or is it 7 games, something like that? Yeah. So it's a quick fix. It just needs to be somebody that knows how to keep a club up. It has to be something that's got experience in a relegation dogfight. Do you know what? Why not? Because he can't be any worse than Tudor. No. He knows how to be in that relegation battle, and he knows how to call on the troops and get them to work. It's about fight now. Yeah. It's about showing your balls. Yeah. And showing your desire and just gritting your teeth, rolling your sleeves up and getting on with it, because there's a lot of players in that Spurs dressing room that you can see haven't been fighting.
Yeah, but don't actually care.
Yeah, and even like the leaders and the big names in the club kind of like down tools. Well, you'll be part of an embarrassing feature for that club in history if you get relegated. So I don't understand why you wouldn't fight. It doesn't matter who the manager is. Get on that pitch and fight for it, because it's you that's taking them down. So I think they need somebody that knows the club, that knows Premiership survival fights, fights. Sean Dyche, if it's somebody that knows the club, then it might be even somebody like a Tim Sherwood or something like that said that he'd step in. But no legit big name managers
would want to go there
for 7 games in a relegation dogfight. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
What do you guys think to that Spurs situation? And once again, thank you for listening or watching today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or rate us, and we'll see you in the next one.